with the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Slack 80! 59. Switch up, switch up.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career, and numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game-like. 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80.
59. Blue down.
Black,
right back to Connor here on 1st. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Black 5.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. So we got man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
Set. Wide 80.
Check. 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
44.
Here's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Colts.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, 50.
To throw is Brissett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Brissett, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Into the air once more, it's Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
They start the drive with Connor. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got you.
Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on second down. Brissett, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. They run the counter. Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I got you.
On second down now. It's Hines. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Going up top. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Brissett on 3rd and 2. And he's got Rodgers. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Focus, defense, focus.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
The drive will start with Connor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Mike, check, 59.
You remember me?
Monday. Let's go.
They run it here with Edmonds. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Set. 230.
Nice 50. Nice, sweetheart.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run with Hines. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5 now. Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Brissett to throw on first. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 3rd down, Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try to move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Roethlisberger will throw. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go right, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Brissett now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
He don't want it. Take 4, take 4. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Ready? 198. Watch 98. 98's what?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. This will be from 56 yards out. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 16, Brissett. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
On the run is Connor, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Like 20. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Right here, right here.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Snell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
It's our field. Hey, it's our
Now here's Snell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Brissett. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 20-yard line.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Let's get it.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We got this.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Brissett now. And the catch made by Hilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw is Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run with Wilkins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Hines. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Brissett. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Brissett on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Brissett's pass intended for Chester Rogers. Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It's a gain of 35.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Snell. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Watch out, watch out.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game,